great to be here. I'm Justin Davies. I'm a cardiologist, founder and CEO of Wondr Medical, and it's my pleasure to be giving you some insights into our platform technology. I'd like you to have a look at Kevin. He's a 57-year-old man admitted to hospital, and you can see from how he looks, he's pretty sick. He's got all kinds of leads, electrodes, and the one problem is he's admitted to a hospital where the expertise which is required to make a good diagnosis of what's going on with him is not immediately available. The more junior doctors who are seeing him have questions, and they really want to reach the more senior attendings to actually get answers. What do? Well, in the age of COVID, people have been turning to smartphones, using WhatsApp and other app-based technologies on their phone to actually show the more experienced doctors what's going on. Look at the monitor, look at the patient, and so on. Now, obviously, this is not a very acceptable approach, and as a result, every day, lives are being put at risk because there is essentially information which is not getting through to the right people. So urgent questions are there, and there's a lack of information to ask them. Experts who would like to be in the room are often remote, and the right solutions that people are using, such as third-party consumer-based technologies which are inappropriate for medical care, are being employed or are very expensive. They are medically oriented software solutions. So the problem is growing and growing and growing. So you have this patient I've just shown you. The physicians are not immediately available to access and to give advice to the more junior people looking after them, or maybe the nursing staff there. And this problem is not getting better. There is, this is data from the UK, but very similar to the US. There's 7 million people waiting for procedures and to seek physician attention in clinics. There's a 200% increase in waiting list times. There's 4,000 fewer physicians than ideally will be needed. And there's a 12% increase in healthcare spend since 2018. In the US, as I'm sure you know, that since 2020, there's a 500 billion increase in healthcare spend here. It's staggering that it's gone up to nearly 20% of the GDP in the US. And these figures are very similar to the US. There's 10,000 fewer physicians in the US than would ideally be needed. And even in your leading centers around the US, there's now a 3-month wait for procedures, which previously there wasn't. So some of this is COVID, but also some of it is just the fact that the system is not working as well as it should do. So we're here to change that. We free knowledge and accelerate real-time clinical decision-making with a tool which is designed for healthcare, but looks like a consumer-based product. So it works. It works really well, and it allows physicians to access the information they want and to connect and coordinate with each other very, very straightforwardly. We're very affordable, so 100 times more affordable than the leasing solutions, and we are able to save time, money, and therefore lives. What I'm going to show you today is just one small aspect of our technology and how it enables us to bring in any device which has got a screen into our platform, which can essentially be looked at and viewed on any phone or on a desktop device. It's simple and secure, so it requires a little plug-in which goes into the back of an HDMI port. It allows the images which you see in an operating environment, a cath lab, a radiology suite, to be immediately available to whoever you want to share them with. It allows, therefore, real-time decisions to be made, avoiding duplication of procedures and so on and so forth, and it brings that content live, and potentially that can be stored forever to act as a resource. So that's how it's used for, essentially, the physician community. But for the medical device community, it's really very important as well, because this allows an insight or a window into the device in the OR, in the cath lab, and it allows them to provide support, training, service, very, very easily and in an accessible way. So it's a real time and cost saver for them. This is a quick overview of some of the key features of our application. So you'll recognize it. It's very familiar to you. It's a one-time setup. You can have unlimited users on the platform. It's a minimal footprint on your phone. It's got live image with almost zero latency, which is important for communications. It's fully secure and encrypted with all of the compliance standards which are required for healthcare data transmission. You can download this from the App Store, the Google Play Store, and as I said, there's also a desktop version. This is me using the tool in the real world. So here is an IVUS machine. This is an ultrasound catheter which goes into the coronary arteries. And you can see I'm talking to a colleague whilst moving the screen, and in real time, this data is being transmitted to his phone, and we're having a conversation about how to manage this patient. This is all done by very, very low lift technology, a small little dongle which goes into the back of the HDMI port, which transmits these images through an encrypted signal onto our server. So we are really liberating data in a very, very cheap and easily effective way. Now, if you compare us to some of the competitors out there, we're cheap. It's $500 per device. There's a monthly fee. The dongle can get posted to you, pre-configured. It plugs into the HDMI port, and then it pushes a stream encrypted over a network to our server. It can even bypass all the hospital's transmission and network completely. If you compare that to the leading competitors, often there's a big capital install cost. It takes time. Obviously, having to move physical hardware in. You're integrating with the IT systems. And then it's locked into their networks. So that can take 6 months as opposed to 60 minutes. So I think that much in the way as you've seen technology really make our lives easier by making the lift a lot easier and a lot lighter than it was before, we're trying to do this with one aspect of an interface of data into our platform. So it's $500 per month on a 12-month contract or with a 90-day trial. So there's no other fees for hardware installation. It's very easy to install, and unlimited uses is included. We've managed to get significant market traction as a platform. So 40% of our users are in the US, 40% are in the EU. We've got 60,000 users on our platform. We're in 165 countries around the world, and we have 95% recurring revenue to our base. We have some of the big clients, big medical device clients and big pharma customers who use our tools and our platform already. So the opportunity here is big and growing. As I said, this is just one aspect of what we do as a technology. If we look at the telehealth and remote collaboration market, that's $85 billion in 2021, expected to grow to $225 billion by 2032. So taking a slice of this and making it easier for physicians, device companies to access this information is obviously something which could be a very important thing for our patients. Our primary market is strategic device companies. Secondary market is hospitals, and we're also working with consultancies such as Deloitte to perform and build out partner platform sales and solutions in multiple EU countries. This is our management team, or senior leadership team, all of which are experienced in running businesses, founding businesses, and successful exits. And I'm delighted to work with such a skilled to help shape the future of Wondr Medical. These are our plans for 2023. So we aim to accelerate the implementation for an LMR of the product I've shown you today, this screen sharing technology, into the US. We aim to build out 20 new client sites. We want to develop a full-time US presence as a company, and we're looking to do a Series A raise in Q3 of 23. The partnership opportunities for us are working with strategics such as medical device companies, KOLs, and hospitals. So that will include both cath labs, ORs, and interventional suites. I'd like to thank you very much for your attention. Please do get in touch with me if you require any further information or want to join us on this journey. Thank you very much.